papers. Yeah, I ain't seen a Wall Street Journal for 2 weeks.
Nothing's changed. There's still no second-class mail. Don't start up with me again. Snow and sleet is one thing. Kneeing the mailman is a federal offense.
Hold your water, folks. There's no reason to kill the messenger. He's been calling all over trying to track down those periodicals. Besides, this is nothing. Back in WW1, I went 19 Saturdays without an evening post.
Thank you, sir. That story never fails to move me.
So what's the poop?
The only lead so far is that all second-class mail to South Korea might have been sent to South Dakota. Policeman.
Look, we're all suffering from this. For me, the worst of it is that little Abner was just about to pop the question to Daisy May. For all I know, they're already post-nuptializing in the honeymoon suite of the Dog Patch Hilton.
Papazian! Mercer! Foytak! Margulies! Oh, Major Winchester. There's a package for you, sir.
Ah, Klinger, your timing is perfect.
What's in there, sir?
Ah, curiosity killed the clerk.
Okay. Warren! Potter! Sounds like those macaroons the missus promised you, sir.
Thank goodness they're not rerouting the victuals. If only these were fortune cookies, we'd have something to read, too.
Yarborough!
Charles,
Morning, Hunniker. Trust you slept well?
I'm not finished yet, so stop slurping and snapping your newspaper.
Newspaper? Great! We're back on the Army's paper route again. Finally get last month's issue of Nude Volleyball. Any minute now, I'll see Brunhilde come bouncing in here.
Put your libido on hold, Pierce. I'm afraid your second-class mail is still stacked up over no man's land.
How come you got a newspaper?
Because the Boston Globe does not travel second class. I've a week's worth sent from home parcel post by my sister Honoria, along with other necessities of life.
A week's worth?
Imagine, Beach. Little us, actually tent mates with a great humanitarian with newspapers to share.
He's more than a humanitarian, he's a saint.
He's more than a saint, he's a fast reader. I got dibs on the sports section.
I want the crossword puzzle.
Gentlemen, or should I say children, when and only when I have finished this entire newspaper, you may have it. That should be in about an hour, 2.
Oh, that's fine. It'll probably take us that long to read all these others over here.
No one will touch any newspaper until I have read it, first page to last. And I read one, and only one per day.
Charles.
What is this, the Korean newspaper torture?
You can read one a day. Just let us read these others first.
Gentlemen, tea and an unthumbed newspaper are among the few remnants of civilization that enable me to face the day here in Hell's outhouse. I refuse to give them up simply because you suddenly find yourselves with nothing to read. You have a choice, one per day or none per day.
Oh, great.
I suppose we'll have to scrub before we read them.
That'd be ludicrous. All I ask is that this remain our secret. We don't want to be disturbed by hordes of little readers. You will excuse me. I have an appointment with Joseph Alsop.
Attention all personnel, triage in the compound. We have the finalists in the shrapnel catching contest.
Sorry, Charles, we'll have to interrupt your newspaper for some late-breaking bones.
Emergency, emergency, over here. Bandage is over here.
Nurse, another North Korean bad chest wound.
Hi there. I hope the fact that I'm on the side that shot you won't strain our doctor-patient relationship.
Good morning, Doctor and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. Dateline, Dog Patch. Highly placed sources at I-Corps have learned that little Abner and Daisy May have tied the knot.
Hey! Rats, I've missed the wedding of the century. Well, come on, Klinger, fill us in.
It seems little Abner vowed he would only get married if his ideal, fearless Fosdick would do it first.
What, pray tell, is a fearless Fosdick?
Everybody knows he's the gumshoe with the ventilated head, doofus.
And you call yourself well-read?
Well, anyway, Fearless got married, so naturally little Abner did too. But the next day, it turned out that Fosdick's marriage was a dream. Unfortunately for little Abner, it was real.
Oh, no.
I'm sure it's for the best. That Daisy May is a woman of quality.
I bet she even had her feet shined for the wedding.
Did your highly placed sources tell you where our lousy newspapers are?
Sorry, folks, there's no news tonight. But fear not, for your reading enjoyment, I'm hot on the trail of a complete unabridged library of Army manuals. It's okay, it's nothing.
If I don't get something to read soon, I'll go crazy.
Major, in times of stress, we have to, tough it out.
Beach, have you noticed how really well Charles is bearing up under the strain?
Isn't he amazing? He doesn't make an issue out of it at all. He's really shown us what he's made of.
Oh,
Gentlemen, I suggest that both of you tend to your knitting. Do you read me?
Retraction. Not you.
Father, imagine running into you, sitting here, reading my paper.
Well, yes, I was walking by, and to my surprise, I saw it lying there on your bunk. Couldn't resist catching up on the news. I hope you don't mind.
Mind? No, mind? Why on earth should I mind? Perhaps you'd be more comfortable inside. Light's better.
Oh, no, it's such a lovely day. That's why I came outside. See, how did you get hold of this?
Paper. I received some fish. It was wrapped up in this. Look, why don't you come on inside? Father, I'll make you some tea.
Oh, well, that would be lovely.
Father! Where did you get that newspaper? Could I have the fashion section?
Well, actually, it belongs to Major Winchester, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind parting with it, would you, Major? It's funny, you know. It doesn't even smell fishy.
Well, looky here. It's been so long I wouldn't swear to it, but that looks a lot like a newspaper.
It's Major Winchester.
He was kind enough to ask us in to browse through it.
Well, mighty Samaritan of you, Winchester. Don't mind helping myself to the funnies.
Here.
Oh, ha!
Hey, look at this. A newspaper. Hey, where'd they get a newspaper?
Hey, give me the classifieds. I need a job. Let me see Luella Parsons.
Enough! This is my newspaper. I will not have it passed around like a bottle of cheap wine.
Major, surely if you're fortunate enough to have a newspaper, you're not going to withhold it from these people.
All right, since you've asked so nicely, I suppose we have to compromise. When and only when I have read each day's paper, I will then make...
Press up, Major. Are you hoarding newsprint?
Just how many of these fish wrappers are there?
Well, wouldn't you know? As luck would have it, I have 1, 2, maybe 7. 7! I am so glad you are all here. I was just about to announce my Share the Newspaper crusade. All I ask is the right of first perusal. After I have read each day's paper, I will then make it available to the general public. One day, one paper. And doesn't that seem a tidy arrangement?
Well, that seems fair enough. Okay, folks, I guess the tar and feathering party's over. You all go on about your business, and I'll see to it that each and every one of you gets an eyeful.
Well, I just hope so.
Don't worry about it, you will.
And here we have Private Kim, our foreign exchange prisoner.
Aigu!
Okay, all right, take it easy,
Where does he think he's going?
Aigo is Korean for ouch. Unfortunately, it's a common word heard every day around the war. Give him his morphine. It's in the medicine cabinet. We hide it behind the wild root cream oil. So what do you think? Should I ask her to the prom?
저리가 제발 혼자 있기 내버려두란 말이야.
Well, with that kind of attitude, no wonder you can't get a date. Look, just take it easy. In a couple of days, you'll be fine.
저리가.
Keep that up. You'll stay home New Year's, too.
여기 서라. Doctor, I'm Lieutenant Yu. My men and I are here to guard our prisoners.
Oh, good. Just in the nick of time. Keep your eye on that one. This morning, he almost sat up.
They will stay here until they're well enough to move. Then we take them to prison camp.
Well, I guess it beats staying in the hot city all summer.
Where can I find your commanding officer?
Probably in the mess tent. You can't miss it. It's big, green, smells like New Jersey.
박, 저기 가서 서라. 네.
똑바로 쳐다봐.
Hey, hey! The butt stops here.
Hey, you're not authorized to use...
Stay out of this, Fairface, or this is going to be your lunch.
Here, sit down, Major. May I get you something cool to drink?
Turn this on.
Okay. Action!
Attention, all vermin. That's giving you the benefit of the doubt. I have just discovered the untimely disappearance of my May 5th issue of the Boston Globe, which has obviously been pilfered by some member of the pernicious race of lowlife which infests this pigmire. Furthermore, I consider no one in this camp above suspicion, with the possible exception of that 80% of you who are incapable of reading the English language. Thus, I retract my previous magnanimous offer, and none of you cretins will lay one slimy paw on any of my papers until the missing issue is returned.
Q. Q.
I have some,
Help yourself to some breakfast before we lowlife steal it all.
Hell hath no fury like pernicious vermin scorn.
Charles, you just put a whole shoe store in your mouth.
Winchester, just a hunch. Will Rogers never met you, did he?
Doctor, I was just wondering when the prisoners will be well enough to travel.
What's the rush? You'll get your fists on them soon enough.
The one with the stomach wound. He does not look good to me.
Yeah, well, that's a funny side effect with people who have holes in their bellies. They tend not to look too good.
But he
look,
seemed...
as long as your prisoner is my patient, any medical information concerning him is none of your damn business.
That patient is in more danger than you know.
What are you talking about?
His kidneys, they are not strong.
How do you know?
When he was a small boy, he was very sick. He is my brother.
He's your brother.
My real name is also Kim. We grew up in the north, in Pyongyang. My father, he knew war was coming, so he sent me to live in the south.
Why wouldn't your father want to keep the whole family together?
He did not know which side would win or which side would lose. By placing a son on each side, he knew one of us would be on the side of victory and would be able to carry on the family name.
A 50-50 chance of survival. What a way to hedge your bet.
I do not know if any have survived but my brother. He is the first one I have seen in almost 2 years.
You mean you haven't even talked to him yet?
No, that is not possible. If I am seen talking to him, it may appear to my lieutenant that I am a spy sent by the North. And if other prisoners see my brother talking to me, they will think he is a traitor and kill him in prison camp.
Can't even talk to your own brother.
I would tell you none of this, except I must be sure he is taken care of.
Why didn't your brother tell me about his condition?
He does not trust you. In the North, we are taught to hate all Americans. I beg you not to reveal this to anyone.
No, I won't tell anybody, I promise.
I must go. I've already put my brother in too much danger.
Hey! 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 Come up! Oi! Hey!
A brother's biggest problem ought to be who dad liked best.
Uh-huh.
I mean, can you imagine being in the same room with your own brother and you can't even say, hi, how have you been? By the way, is the rest of the family still alive?
Look, before you get any idea about getting in the middle of this, don't.
Why not?
Because there's a very good chance you might get them both shot.
When I come to you for advice, why do you always give me logic?
are you?
Well. News travels fast. Charles, you didn't tell me you were in the paper. Is that the missing one?
No, this is yesterday's. This prank is obviously the work of mindless boobs, and I will get you and Pierce for this.
Ashamed as I am to admit it, Charles, we're innocent.
Huh? Then who is responsible for this?
You could narrow it down to anybody after yesterday's blistering radio editorial. Pigmire residents have feelings too, you know.
Given the nature of the wrong done to me, I felt that the rhetoric fit the crime.
All I know is if I had a rope dealership around here, I'd be a millionaire. Charles, why don't you get back on the PA, which in this case stands for public apology?
For what possible purpose?
Well, you just might get your robe and newspaper back.
Firstly, I don't need a rope. I bought a lovely kimono in Tokyo for my sister Honoria. Secondly, the newspaper is no longer the issue. Revenge is the issue.
Charles, I'm warning you. Bury the hatchet before they use it to chop you to bits.
Never! I did not fire the first shot in this news war, but rest assured, I shall fire the last.
It is 3 a.m. and time to play your favorite game show, Tit for Tat. Given the juvenile behavior of all you bad little boys and girls, I just know you're all going to enjoy the following selection.
Knock that off! Shut that off! You jerk! What do you think you're doing?
How much longer is this going to go on?
Oh, don't worry about it, Hawk. It'll all blow over after they kill him.
You guys were lucky to have been on sedatives. You didn't have to hear the blues in the night.
저리 가! 저리 가!
Chuddy guy, I guess, huh? You know, you don't have to worry about the food. Believe me, if it was poisoned, it would taste much better.
내 차례다.
You look very Japanese, Major. Do you speak the language?
Of course not.
Ma, anato kashikaku shiteru.
Oh. Hunnicutt?
Oh, Charles, somebody was here for you, but I made darn sure they didn't touch one of your newspapers.
I'll get you. I will get you all for this if I have to steal a B-29!
I don't know, but it shouldn't be too hard to find a man who's trying to hide a B-29 under his kimono.
Maybe we should put our heads in a circle.
This must come to an end. Vengeance is best left to the Lord. Besides, I can't get into my tent for all of Winchester's belongings.
Oh, don't worry about it, Father. You're being martyred for a good cause.
You can laugh, but there's no place to kneel in there.
Before you take that tent for a spin, Major, read this. If you'd have just gotten off your big vendetta and moved on to your next day's paper, you'd have saved us all a lot of aggravation. Attention, people, and that's in order. I've had it up to my baby blues with all of you. Not only am I putting the woe Nelly on this tomfoolery, I'm demanding an official apology from the person who started it all in the first place.
I didn't start. Yeah. Well, it would seem that I have made an unfortunate, although completely understandable, error. It seems that the May 5th issue of the Boston Globe, which I logically assumed to have been stolen, was in fact not delivered that day to certain areas due to a wildcat trucker strike. I hope you all find that as right, amusing as I do. Well, since we're all anxious to forget this harmless little incident and return to our normal routine, I guess that's all there is to say. Now, may I please have my clothing back?
Now, seeing as how we've all been chomping at the bit for the news, I'm just going to take a page from that Fiorello fellow. Now then, here's little Abner. And in the first picture, we see Ab and a beautiful Daisy May in her bridal outfit. Shorts, halter, and a veil, as she finally gets to utter those immortal words she's been waiting so long to say, I does. Moving on to the second picture, we got... Major, close your robe.
No, nothing to worry about. This won't even tickle. It's okay. Doctors, come quickly. There's something wrong here.
What's the matter? What is it?
He's bleeding into his belly.
We gotta get him to the OR right now.
Gurney!
Gonna need a lot of blood.
Better be the right type. You know your blood type?
Blood type A.
All right, perfect. Cross-match him to make sure. You may have one less prisoner to take in.
Come with me, please.
Okay, let's get that needle in right away.
I do not understand. The needle is...
Shh. Just lie quietly.
We don't want to disturb the neighbors.
뭘 하려는 거야? 날 죽이려는 거야?
Talk to your brother. Tell him he's fine. And anything else you want to tell him?
Thank you, doctor. 너 믿었죠? 이 사람들은 우리 친구들이야. 우리가 막을 수 있게 해주려고 네가 필요하라고 기념해준 거야.
Unless you need something else, sir, I'll be leaving. I'm fine, thank you, Igor, and thank you for keeping the mess tent open for me.
After that heartfelt apology, Major, what else could I do?
Hey, Igor, what's this doing here?
Search me?
Boy, some people think this is just a parking lot.